Welcome to this episode of the ALD Vlogs, and today I'm going to be talking about Tech Week survival tips. As some of you may have noticed, I haven't been vlogging a lot recently because I was doing 3 Tech Weeks in a row. So I figured, instead of not vlogging about because I don't have time, I figured I might as well vlog about my experience doing 3 techs in a row and share some wisdom with you guys. The biggest thing you can do to help your life is to plan and to prepare. One of the important parts of preparing is making sure you wrap your head around every day and know what you need to do for that day, what needs to be done before and after that day. If you have everything thought out beforehand, if you have everything you can do done beforehand, then you don't have to do it during Tech Week. And honestly, that's the key here. If you have all of your paperwork done, then all you have to do is minor edits. You don't have to redo the whole thing. If you have your assistant kit stocked, you don't have to go out, mid-tech and be like, oh no, I need more sticky notes. If you have it stocked and you have extras, then you won't have to deal with that. Check out my video here for tips and tricks on the assistant kit. Other things to do is make sure you have enough food, for snacking and for full meals. Then also make sure not only is your assistant kit stocked, but your personal life, I guess, is stocked. So make sure you've done your grocery shopping, any laundry, any cleaning or things, and just clean your apartment, your house, your desk, your car, whatever, so that when you need something in the middle of Tech Week and your brain is completely frazzled, you can find it pretty easily. You don't have to go digging through piles of trash or papers or whatnot that I'm sure we're all guilty of. The second most important thing you need to do during Tech Week is to eat. Because if you don't eat, then you're gonna pass out and you're gonna be hungry and you're gonna be miserable and your stomach's gonna be rumbling and it's gonna be very awkward all around. So eat, go grocery shopping beforehand for meals, and also don't forget your tech snacks. Tech snacks are the #1 thing you can bring to Tech Week are tech snacks. And then maybe a script. Make sure everyone's happy and well fed, because when people aren't well fed, they get grumpy. When people are dehydrated, they also get grumpy. When people are grumpy, dehydrated, and hungry, they will pass out. And the last thing you want to do is having to stop in the middle of tech because somebody passed out. Especially if that's you. That gets really awkward. Just make sure you're getting enough calories in you. Make sure it's, you got some protein. Don't just sit there drinking soda and M&Ms all day, because that's not going to get you through Tech Week. That's going to get you to the dentist. If you have trouble convincing yourself to eat, if you have a tendency to eat through meals like I do, then go ahead and get something special. Instead of buying plain bagels, get French toast bagels or something like that. Or get a special food that makes eating sort of a reward for you, or something to look forward to. So make sure you bring or plan to buy lunch and plan to eat it, not just bring it. Another important aspect of the tech process is being positive. And coming from the pessimist, I know that sounds weird, but being positive, being a light in the room, even if you're not happy to be there, just pretend like you are, and then people will radiate off of that happiness. You are the energy that you bring to the room. And do things that are nice to you and to others. Share your favorite pen, share your favorite snacks, build a repertoire with the people you work with, especially, as an assistant lighting designer. A lot of what I work with is the lighting designer. So find a way to connect to them, even if it is, offering them chocolate every time they complain about something random. Or make them fake, post-it note awards that say, you made it to 200 Qs, or you survived the day, or, something like that. Not only did the pessimist tell you to be happy, but the impatient person is going to also tell you to be patient. And that's one of the most important things about tech, because it takes a long time, it's arduous. At some point or another, you're like, why am I here? What's going on? Is anything happening? But then, for the first half, you think it's going nowhere. You've, only made it through the first 10 pages, and you're like, we're never gonna finish on time. This is a total train wreck. And then through the halfway point, you realize, oh, this is halfway over. This journey is half complete. I only have half the time left. And at that point, then it becomes, more enjoyable once you realize that the end is in sight. So be present, take in the moment, whether it's the first half, the second half, the first day, the last day, the day after, the day before. Just take in the moment, enjoy the process, and be happy to be there, because and be happy to be in that moment, because again, that'll radiate throughout the room. Perhaps the most underrated and joked about tip on this list is sleep. You must sleep. And caffeine does not count. You have to actually get in a semi-horizontal position, close your eyes, and not be responsible immediately for anything. Make sure you do get some sleep time, because you will not be functional without sleep. If you're not functional, then you don't do your job, and then the whole tech process comes to a crawl more than it already does. Get sleep. Don't rely on caffeine, because if you become too dependent on caffeine, then it's going to become this thing where you consume more and more caffeine to get that energy boost. So try and find a happy place with your caffeine where you can, some will take you, if you drink a thing of coffee, that'll give you the energy. And this kind of goes with planning, but make sure you plan to sleep and then use your energy wisely, because inevitably you will not be getting enough sleep as you should. So budget your energy. For dark days, plan to take it easy. Plan that you will have low energy. Don't come in with great expectations for your productivity. I guess the most important thing to do about tech is to have fun and to enjoy being there. Because if you enjoy being there, like I said, it'll radiate throughout the team. Just find ways for it to be enjoyable for both yourself and for others. So whether it is giving them chocolate or making up cheesy awards, or having, a running Snapchat story of all the shenanigans going on. Just find something that makes it an enjoyable process, and find a way to relate to your coworkers, whether it is chocolate or awards or cheesy Snapchats. Be enjoying what's going on, and to transfuse that enjoyment throughout the production team. And also, don't forget that you can play games during tech or during hang or focus or whatever. Turn it into a friendly competition, whether you're making a bunch of focus palettes and you have 2 light boards, maybe you take one color and the other programmer takes another color, and then you see who can finish their set of color fastest. Or, make it a competition who can focus the most amount of lights or hang the most amount of lights, crack jokes. Make it fun, make it light, but don't just make it fun. Also remember to do the work, because otherwise things don't get done. Ultimately, you guys are doing this work because you love it, so there's no reason for the work itself to not be enjoyable. There is definitely, room to make it more fun and make the process of doing it less arduous and boring. And the last piece of wisdom I'm going to leave you with is know that the end is in sight. Whether it's the first day of tech and you're like, oh, I hate this design team, I hate this show, I hate this, I hate that, know that it's going to be over someday, and then you can be happy and celebrate the fact that you went on that journey. Just know that the end is always in sight, but don't forget to stay in the present. Don't forget that you are here, and this is what's happening right now. Thank you for watching this episode of the ALD Vlogs. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to subscribe below for more exciting content coming soon. See you next time! Bonus content. So here are some fun things you can do with your coworkers on Snapchat.